as well.
Okay, thank you very much, gents. Another Storm Spirit game. Didn't go quite so well for mid one in the first time we played it this weekend.
Strike first.
Yeah. It's actually nice to see Arteezy, though, moving on to a hero that isn't just a life stealer, where I'm like, you know what, Andamidas into Radiance. We see him being a little bit more active on the map, hopefully early on, but we'll still see the Midas, because this is an Arc Warden, after all.
This is a relatively slow lineup for EG, though. I think if you're Secret, you've got the Undying, the Storm, like, you want to play fast and active, and the Zai Leshrac, even as a 3, they'll have maxed out Edict by, like, level 8, level 9.
Mm-hmm.
So easy for them to then take towers and a ton of mid-game teamfight. If you look at the raw just spell damage from Secret, especially if a Tombstone's down, it's going to be very difficult for EG to battle unless they get a really good sequence of big ultimates.
Yeah, and I want to see just the prep that comes into this. We've seen Team Secret utilize the Enigma many times, just pulling him off into the jungle, but this time around, like, the shoe's on the other foot. Like, Crit, obviously massively talented player, but Team Secret, they've played this kind of style before. They know how to play against it more than likely. So, what do they do to actually slow down Crit?
Well, I think...
Is that even a concern at the moment? Apart from bottom lane, now that's a big concern. Tidehunter, a lot of damage, body blocking by Puppey, and S4, he'll go down into the tower. Puppey spills the first blood as the Undying as this aggressive tri-lane from Team Secret just hits everything.
Yeah, the Undying is such a sick pick here from Puppey because it crushes the laning phase. You can't really do much as a Tidehunter against this Undying, and later on, it's a way to equalize these team fights because sure, EG has the area control, but if the tomb goes down first, very difficult for EG to fight on top of that location.
Watch the rotation to mid. Yapsor's looking to try and help out. Mid 1 and Surmount's been throwing all the types of punches, almost killing him with side blades. But mid 1 needs a little bit of extra help. Static Remnants and Overloads what he's got to work with. He's looking just to chip away at Samel. Here comes Yapsor through the rear. What's he actually got underneath the tower? Mid 1's already taken way too much damage. He can't stay on top of Samel to burn through the refraction instead. So Yapsor just creates some space for mid 1 only.
He's already got Wraithband and a South coming out. Yapsor going to do exactly what you expected. He's going to move towards Crit in the jungle, although no, he's going to get the courier. No, Sumail very greedily uses this throughout most of the early game, but look at the awareness.
Sitting in the trees, that dire observer ward. Yapsor knows where it is. It can wait, and so can Yapsor.
This is a tough matchup for Storm, so Yapsor wants to get active. And in addition, he'd like to stay in the area of Crit's jungle rotation so that he can make multiple plays here. Accidentally grabs 2 creeps. I'll drag those back. Wastes a little time, but because you have an Undying bottom, you know that your Leshrac is going to be completely free farming. One thing though is they do leave their Sven on an island. He's completely alone up top against an Arc Warden Bane. Nisha already struggling.
Seems like he can't even escape. He wants to run to the side, he'll go into a Remnant. He wants to run north, he'll run into Fly. Nightmare can allow them to reset up as Arteezy. He's still got another Spark Wraith available, so here's that Nightmare. Arteezy puts one right on top of him, and Nisha doesn't look like he'll survive this. The Spark Wraith moves forward, but the last damage from Arteezy. Fly lets him have it, so the kill happens. 1-1, then a bottom lane, S4 being dived, being harassed down so much in this Team Secret lane. Once again, punishing the off lane of Tidehunter. I say off lane, safe lane.
It's unconventional, but it's in line with what we'd expect from Secret, where they are prioritizing the Leshrac because he would struggle much more up top. So even though you want your Sven to be this super farmed hero, in fact, they do bring him down bottom. The mid game of Zai, I think, is more important to their overall game theory.
Can Zai actually lane against the top? Like, you bring Sven to the bottom, which means they're changing things up.
Yeah.
How does Zai's position on the track currently go against Arteezy?
I'm not so sure about that, Toby. It looks like we might have a bit of a quad lane here, taking a page out of OpenAI's book.
Okay.
They're daring S4. They know he's TP back, and they'd love to find a kill on him.
But no one's shown on top. He has to know there's something not right.
But does he, though?
Oh, maybe he doesn't. They move him a little bit further forward. Zai starts the fight. They pick him up, throw him back, and it really was Crocodile Tears. The Storm Bolt from Nisha helps him get the kill. Once again, as a support to take it, it'll be Puppey. With his 3rd kill, all 3 of them belong to him.
He should see it coming, but it really, 4 heroes bottom, like, it's one of those things that happens in a pub and you get all chatted. You just don't see it coming. However, it will be a huge punish because now S4 has to do the slow watermelon waddle all the way back to the tier 1. And still, Secret completely abandoning this top side. They're just going to keep trying to rotate.
They're coming over through Enigma. Like, they came underneath the Radiant Observer Ward, so while Crit was farming underneath the Dire Observer Ward, it's very well known. That's why he's moving the conversions up and down, looking for some extra information. Are they ganking mid? Are they contesting B in farm?
Different style from Crit though. The Yapsor Enigma consistently just boots into Arcanes, often skipping the HOD for Mechanism. Whereas Crit, he wants to get that HOD up as soon as possible and look to help his team press towers. It makes sense when you consider how much damage the Arc Warden plus Clone can put out, plus the map control TA is going to provide.
Mid one, really hoping for a little bit more damage. Sumail's Refraction keeps him alive. I'm interested to see where Crit also puts his skill points. Just holding 2 for the moment on the Enigma.
And if you look at mid lane though, Sumail is handily beating the Storm. He did have a bit of support, but wait, hold up, mid one?
Oh, he's gonna get the ball back, but mid one more attack may do it. No, he'll have to do 2 in the south. It does not give enough health to survive as TA now hits 6. The traps begin and mid lane gets harder for mid one.
He must have misstepped on Micro and Courier. If we could look back from this perspective, I think he just hesitated and then he's like trying to man up on Sumail, but not realizing like there's just too much damage from this TA with double Wraith and the Refraction active. Now going to Shrine. Already a triple stack on the Ancients for Sumail active.
And EG really, they're playing perfectly to their game plan. They didn't hesitate during the drafting phase. They knew exactly what they're picking and in what order.
And they're happy with this. You've got top completely going the way of Arteezy. I don't know if I like that they've moved Zai up here. He was doing so well down bottom. Whereas now, he's going to need rotations in order to lane effectively. And Crit just farming behind Artur, who's nearing level 6 already. It's only 6 minutes into the game.
It does kind of feel funny. Like, if Zaya said in that bottom lane, you could have potentially pressured the tier 1 tower and brought it down, but how does that even work for Nisha? We know Sven needs to have a good start. So the sacrifice is you put Sven in the lane where they've had the most amount of pressure. Poppy with a haste rune is going to just mess with S4 more than anything else.
The key is just, again, the Sumail, the Arc Warden, and the TA. You talk about vision. These heroes provide so much of it. You have easy wave clear. You have traps all over the place, clone pushing waves. And that makes it so much easier for the big team fights, spells of the Enigma and Tide to be utilized effectively.
And they're going after Zai. Arteezy creates the clone. Yapsor's in the neighborhood, however, wants to tank the Spark Wraith for Zai. Going down a half-life, another Spark Wraith, 2 of them, in fact, into the tree lines. It goes again towards Yapsor. So much damage, he's alive. They'll have to dodge the third one as the Arteezy clones in deep. They toss it back to Yapsor. He can't get out of the trees, but the clone will die. Yapsor begins a TP, the only way he'll survive.
You can see that's a bit of a microcosm for how EG is going to look to engage, right? You get TA on the outskirts, blinking in, hit a Deso strike here and there. Arteezy with the clone just spamming abilities. And then the team fight of the Tide and the Enigma don't need to cast spells, but they can if Secret look to re-engage. Whereas Secret, you want to be able to initiate, find a kill onto one of these cores, and then kind of kite around the big spells, play around your Tombstone. But in order to do that, they need to get something started here, because Sumail is just completely uncontested in the mid lane. Mid 1 CS has recovered, but a lot of those are jungle creeps. You check out the net worth, the TA is significantly ahead.
As 2200, sorry, to the 3.1, 3.2. And we already have our first item, so it's going to be the minus before 8 minutes on Nisha. This is why they gave him the space on bottom lane. He is number 1 on the net worth, and this might as well help him hold that position.
Not bad, actually. In fact, I can't believe he's this farmed. He's top net worth after 1v2ing for the initial 2 minutes of the game.
He can soul rip, he can decay, but he cannot survive. Fly and Arteezy doing the work while Zai being body blocked up. It's Chris Donny to creep, trying to stay in front of him as he runs up the hill. Can he get up? No, he can't. The hits, it'll all not miss uphill. Away to the grave for Zai.
Really well done. And Crit now, the HOD is very different from the mech build in the sense that you provide a lot more offensive and push power, so he can get aggressive even before he hits level 6, which he's going to do right now. And then he can just look to push lanes. Your Arc Warden is huge. He'll be finishing up a Midas of his own in a moment, and you can already see TA level 8. And heroes like Rubik have a very difficult time playing against this Templar Assassin.
It's kind of crazy when you say that. It's like it's still Yapsor's Rubik. He's meant to have the greatest game of all, but only if he can get a good start. Considering how much money he needs to go into his cause this game, this isn't an easy steal. Oh, jump forward, mid 1, and jump back out again. Just wants the money from the conversions if possible, but they all time out. So he only ends up killing 1 out of the pack.
They're gonna lose this tower for free, it appears. Bottom of
That's
going for
4-4. Yep.
You got Ravage.
It's coming in. You've already got Tombstone down. Ravage will ball pile. Maybe S4 with that control time. Poppy still wants to burn through it, but they need more damage. Poppy's coming so much from the tower. He'll go into the trees, but the Revenor's right on top. So is S4. Nisha, one more hit. He'll get the kill, but Arteezy, what can he get in return? They're moving their attention over towards Fly. Zai able to connect them to the stun, and you'll say goodbye to Bane. Fly will go down. Nisha gets the double kill. But keep in mind that Arteezy, he was only sending his clone to do that battle. They took the tier 1 tower on top lane in the meantime.
Really well done though by Secret. That's the kind of play they need to make. That's the power of the Sven, why we see it picked up early in so many games. You just pop God Strength, even with Midas Brown Boots, he does enough damage to ensure that they win that trade bottom. Even into the Ravage and full stick of S4. This is what you want to do for EG though. You're Radiant, you want to get that top tower, get mid tower, and then look to play aggressive in the enemy side of the map. Secure Roche as soon as that Death was up on TA, who actually, look at the itemization from Smell. He's got a Dragon Lance queued up. Not even looking to go for that build. I've seen this before where you play TA as less of the assassin, more of just this right-click core. And perhaps that makes more sense when you consider that they should have a team fight and damage advantage so long as he's able to stay alive. Blink Deso could theoretically be more of a...
Oh, Samel being initiated on. You got Zai and Yamsaw here. Mid one was the one that started it all off, burning through the defensive refraction. They've got detection, but Fiend's Grip out from Fly. Rubik's in the Nightmare. They'll turn their attention to kill off this Bane as he will run away from Nisha coming up the river. That allows Samel to survive, and Fly dies for the greater good.
Great Secret continuing to move. They don't want to deal with this Arc Ward in top, especially when they know Quick could be in the area.
EB's coming in. Zai, he sees it, looks for the stun, right on top of S4. There is no Ravage available, and the pulse over eating. Combining with Godstrike Nisha. S4, he's meant to be a tanky watermelon, but they cracked all his seeds open, and the tier 1 tower will fall as well.
They are abusing S4's tide all around the map. Really well done there by Secret. That's the power of Nova Shrek. You got your level 6, you have Nova, 3 points Edict, you do so much damage. It doesn't matter if you can Anchor Smash or if your Disables Cleanse. It's just too much AoE damage. And a perfect stun from Nisha just as that Kraken Shell Cleanse was activated.
So now this happens again. I feel like Team Secret do this every game they play. They are able to force down lanes, the Shreks are really able to enable this, and then that one support gets a lot of farm. It's not the Rubik, it's actually Puppy on top. Rubik's been trying to get as much out of the mid lane instead.
And you can see also the way Puppy's itemizing, perhaps tipping off Sumail to change up his itemization, because he went for phase boots and he's already going for his medallion and or buckler. Either way, too much armor for him to be initiated on by Sumail and immediately taken out.
But Samel has already finished the Dragonlance, so he's already committed to at least this side. We'll see where he goes next.
I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it's different, right? So the way I see it, I'll just take the Reddit attitude, and if EG wins, it's a great item build. If they lose, it's not good enough.
Hey, but don't worry, the entire time we'll be sitting there having logical thought about the reasons why on both sides.
That's what's going to be queued up next, so interesting. Really interesting from Sumail. I feel like the blink early could have been very effective in this game, just because what we brought up, you know, the team fight of the team is powerful.
Yeah.
Maybe because S4 is so far behind, they're going to look to play more of this passive game. They do have an Arc Warden who rushed the Midas. Arteezy's had a full free game thus far. The 2 EG cores are certainly top of net worth, but in typical Secret style, their 2 supports are ahead of their counterparts in the EG team, even considering, you know, I'll give Crit credit, but he's more of a 3.5 in this game because he is playing the Enigma.
Yeah, we've actually seen, like, when Yamsaw plays the Enigma, sometimes he's actually up in the top 3, top 4 position when it comes to net worth. But Crit sacrificed a lot of time because he's had around the top lane, looking to pressure it and take the tier 1 towers, gain that map control. So EG have a plan with this kind of space because they have one of the greatest split pushes in the game in the Arc Warden. You send the clone, nothing of real value is lost if it does go down. Yeah, there's going to be money, but you're still going to have Team Secret looking behind themselves, and that's one of the big things. You got big ultimates and you got pressure relievers that come from the Arc Warden.
Yeah, it's a really cool game to think about here. It's going to come down to fights as they always do. I think the Undying versus Big R buttons of EG is going to be the storyline. Obviously, Yapsor's Rubik could turn things around. One stolen Ravage, one stolen Black Hole. You never know what could go down.
Do you love how also he's not buying anything else really? Like, he got his Arcane Boots. Poppy's been farming up the top lane, trying to get these critical items. But it's the fact that Yapzor is just waiting and saving for his Blink Dagger. He knows that positioning is everything against the Enigma, the Bane, the Tidehunter. If he can get either of these three, all these three are big abilities, he can just go to town.
For sure.
They see him on bottom. Dual Scepter from Zai is ready, so they can get a guaranteed stun. Pretty much guaranteed when it's Zai playing it.
They're gonna scan and smoke, it looks like, Rubik's Storm towards the bottom half of the map. Again, still not looking to contest Arteezy in the top jungle. They're looking to get aggressive at enemy woods. Typical to mirror movements when you're not...
This is really nice for Fly. He's got an invis rune. So the smoke that's coming down right now, he may actually break it by sitting in the trees on the right. The invis rune's only got a couple of seconds left, but S4, he's the one showing himself inside the lane. I don't know if Fly really wants to get involved here. Instead, they find Enigma. Yapzor picks him up, grabs the conversion. Tombstone's already down. Team with Enigma. But in the tree lines, S4 and Fly, they're already TPing out. Leshrac, Nightmare up. So no target to yours, no vision either.
This is alright if you're EG. You only lose the one. You're going to trade 2 for 2 bounty runes. Secret not placing vision either. Nope. Yeah, Puppey does not have any wards, so you won't get anything else out of this move. And in fact, their only ward right now is fading, and it's up by their top shrine. No real vision placed by Secret at the moment. 2 wards on Yapzor. I really like this one by Fly on the bottom shrine area. It's the typical strategy this part of the mid game is both sides go to the enemy jungle. You want to make sure you have defensive vision to track these movements. Because that ward actually protects Arteezy more than a ward on the top shrine would, in a sense, because you get a feel for where the storm is playing.
Yeah, you know if he's jumping top, if he's jumping bottom. Still very surprised just how aggressive S4 has been. Like, he's trying to stay close as possible to get that extra experience, get up towards 10, but now body blocking, keep him in check. Puppey, there's a Storm Spirit jumping forward. He'll have to, well, actually no, he can't pop anything. Maybe he does with the Ravage 4 players around him, but there's no follow-up. Samael and Crit were watching.
Yep.
The fact you lose Fly as well, Zai was able to catch him inside the dire jungle.
And this is the big edge for Secret because of this Storm Spirit, the reach advantage, especially once this Rubik picks up a blink. He'll have it in 3 gold. That's what you're looking to abuse. Already a blink on Nisha. They don't want to just run straight at EG. They want to play a similar game to that EG versus PSG LGD series we saw in the upper bracket yesterday, where you're just sweeping the map faster, finding the 1 kill, the 2nd kill, and then hunting other areas of the map. You know that the Arc Warden's not looking to get aggressive just yet. EG not online, so find kills, find towers, and play faster around the map. This is what EG actually was looking to do the other day, so it's cool how both these sides have just sort of swapped identities in a way.
We'll see who can get the better execution. It's saying like he doesn't want to get aggressive, Arteezy, but he's adding so much pressure towards the top lane. S4 is looking towards mid, getting the gush over on Zai. Fly is going to rotate over. A quick defensive heal set from Leshrac sends him up. Samael was looking at Roshan because he has the Desolated done. They kind of want to fight here. The new items arriving, the Kayas, the double blink daggers. It's dangerous if they can kill a Puppey. He'll already drop the tombstone up on the high ground. Puppey will die very quickly. They have to mop up the tombstone as well. Yapzor's nearby, picking up Bane, throwing him back down. The enemy's done. Combining with the summer running, but Ravage creates space. Crit time being a black hole. Onto it. Dimension for the right line hit, but Yapzor! The stolen Ravage heads back in, creating the space for Team Secret to gain the control. But Arteezy, he joined the fight. He is the last man to arrive. He'll work with Samael to try and disassemble Team Secret. They've got nowhere to run. Mid one just has to TP out. Nisha, he'll blink, he'll TP. Will he actually get away? The Spirit, he'll connect, but there's no more damage from Samael. Both the final cores get out.
What does that even end up being? A 3? Yeah, 3 for 3. No real gold change. All spells used. What a fight.
Let's see it again.
Yeah, the big thing is Puppey gets the tomb off. This forces EG to clump up. They want to try and target this down, but Smael's on the low ground. He missed once, and then the counter initiate comes through. Crit barely surviving for enough moments. You can see Smael's position on the side. He does catch the Ravage, which also finishes on Crit. But once their spells are down, once they use the mana pool of the Storm, even though it's a 3-on-2 here, you actually can't touch the incredible damage output of the EG cores.
Yeah. TA, we've seen TAs exploding throughout this entire tournament. Any hero they can find. Mid one knows it. He was the one wielding the Sign Blades previously. And then Arc Warden, Arteezy, has just been doing his thing. He's been building up. He's keeping up almost with the net worth of Sven. And it's going to get more and more as the Mjolnir has been completed up. And he's going to get BTs as well.
The thing is, the BKB timing, that's what Secret is gunning for. If you think about it, sure, you could control the Sven, you could pop the Midnight Pulse, you could drop your ulti, but It's just, you don't have the damage output to kill him through that spell immunity.
Can they kite and set? Mid one going after S4 down towards the tree lines. More support's coming over. Mid one having a little bit of extra. Hello, that's some help. It's going to be Zai BTing himself down and right on top of S4. They'll get the slow, they'll get the edict, they'll get the stun. S4 breaks through the Kraken shell, but he won't survive much longer. Once again, S4 a long way out. It's been a real rough game for him. He's on his way to like the Malcolm Award, a 0-8 Tidehunter.
Yep.
What a happy day, and they're going for Roshan now, Team Secret.
Where is he supposed to find space, though, Toby? This is the thing. EG, they don't play Secret style. They prefer 2 hyper-farm cores, and then their 3, 4, 5 are more of these low net worth heroes. There's not enough space on the map. You've got TA and an Arc Warden with Midas Maelstrom. And so all S4 can do is take these dead parts of the map and pray that there's no heroes there. But with the bots up on Zai and the threat of a storm, you're always going to die if you're alone and Secret wants you.
If he had more maneuverable heroes like the Park, which we'll see S4 on, then he'd have a chance to do this. But it's a Tidehunter. I mean, he walks in, then he walks out. And you hope the auras can keep him alive.
Trying to see, the BKB timing is going to be everything. You have Zai queuing his up, Nisha only the recipe away, Sumail also just the recipe away, so it looks like both squads will hit that timing at the same time. And then Roshan becomes the objective. Both teams can do it very quickly, it's just a matter of whether you get the opening to do so. Artur picking up the bots now, equalizing the global mobility that Zai has been abusing thus far in the game, and they're going to move straight into the pit. They've got their ultimates active.
I love it. Rubik actually managed to steal the Tempest double. So we might be able to send that little sucker over and have a look towards Roshan, but Roshan's already down to half-life. Smoke up from Team Secret. They're wrapping around through the north side, but Roshan at 2.5k, now 1.5k. They have to jump right now. Mid one if he wants to get in there. Storm Spirit is ready to get some information, but Smell's already got the 8 more. The jump over in, and a huge number from Nisha, catching out 3. Maybe you can find more with the click down to Dusty. It is a choke area at the moment. Crit can't turn around to do anything. You knew he would die. It's 2 down so far. Nisha wants S4. He's dying to the edict. They'll keep it up with Puppy as well as Nisha together. Maybe Zai, no, his trouble is now gone. They turn attention towards Sumail, the last surviving member of Evil Geniuses, and he'll have the Aegis the Immortal, but it means he'll burn it and then die again. Team Secret with 4 heroes, they wait to kill him all over. Sumail instantly stunned under a sentry and totally down. Refraction will buy a little bit of time, but it will not buy life.
How does Secret do this? They're taking a fight in the pit, into Ravage, into Black Hole, and somehow they get a 5-for-1. And EG just got rolled, even with the Aegis. Once the tomb went down, you could see EG was in flight mode, not fight. The Ravage was canceled out by S4, and he just holds on to it, takes it to the grave with him.
And the odds are keeping this game close, but when you have, like, it was a road jam, like, we had a congestion charge right next to Roshan. There was no way. Here we go. You can see it. They're just so clustered on the southern side.
Look at Puppy. High ground tombstone. That's it for EG. They are terrified once this goes down. As you said, a great stun by Nisha. The mech comes out, but it doesn't even make a difference. And Sumail, he's just forced to attack what's next to him. No blink dagger stuck in the pit. Secret did a great job coming in and approaching it from the top left instead of trying to run in through the entrance.
S4, he's initiated in with a Ravage right underneath the tower. RTZ, stay clear. S4, he won't care. He'll come up right nice and close. Yapso's waiting for it. He's in the tree lines, but it's Fartizi and Sumail hitting the back lines, killing off Puppy. Zai's in trouble as well. Team Secret, he try and turn this one around so they get on top of Fartizi. That'll probably do it. It's still a 2-for-2 trade-off. Temporous has him picked up, and down we go again. Sven wants more damage. Mid one, not on the battle left. He's clone is killing off mid one from up in the lane. Mid one with a quick jump. He'll live on 68 HP into the trees and far away. Sven's BKB being used defensively. Mid one doesn't have another jump, and they're right behind him. They got Tempest. No, he can be Glimmer. He actually can walk away. If S4 can work it out, don't walk to the left. Mid one, he'll be okay. He'll end up surviving. Yapso will die. The Nisha as well as mid one. Again, are these guys going to survive another slaughter of EG?
I don't even know how these fights keep happening, Toby. The Ravage came up, but it's just like there's just the right in and out. The issue with EG is that they have damage problems, especially if Artur is initiated on. Your TA is not this sustained damage core. Your assassin's built into the name, and I know Sumail went for these unconventional items. You remove the blink, so he's doing about as much as he can, but Secret with the Undying, like the Glimmer, like there's so much tank ability on the Secret side, and if they can take out Arteezy, you've got a ton of control, but there's just no damage. And yeah, what a Glimmer. As Yapsor's casting it, you can see mid one already turning to the bottom. It's a huge survive. Finishes the Orchid now, further improving Secret's ability to catch off EG heroes when they're found alone.
The second BKB on the map has been done. It's in the hands of Sumail. Zai is still working on his own. It's one apiece, one on each side.
Yep. It's the tombstone, Toby. That's what you gotta be worried about. Once again, that fight is going Secret's way because it's placed on the high ground.
Yep.
Puppy, one of the oldest players in Dota 2, he understands the importance of ensuring the tomb placement is ideal.
Do you like just gonna start now with the disable as the next item? I didn't know like how RTZ would want to play this, but he's getting a Scythe Device as his next big item on the Arc Warden.
It depends on what EG you're looking to do with this game. You don't have too much easy control, and you don't want to be reliant on the Ravage or the Bane Grip to actually lock someone down.
Yeah.
So in that sense, I like it. You are playing against a Storm. The question just becomes like, do you have the survivability and the damage output? With no BKB, no Force Staff, it's very easy for Secret to just full-on initiate on top of Arteezy and take him down.
Speaking of initiation, Zai's going again. They're looking for the 25-minute rune. The trap's going to trigger, not to mention the Centaur stun. And here comes Mid1 into the back line. The Nightmare breaking Crit free, so we can continue to fight with Zai on almost no life. 58 HP. The TA trap will connect. And actually, no, he will survive. It hit everybody else. They'll just get back underneath the tower. A quick war cry and back to safety. Mid1 will do a long jump. And they're resetting again. Arteezy will go for the runes up on top and back to farming.
Very tense game thus far. Only 3k gold in Secret's advantage. Trying to check out, see if there's any huge items that are going to come up anytime soon.
The Soul Cuirass for Sven looks like his next big one. And the
That
Aghanim
is
Scepter
big.
for Yapsor, he's working on that too.
The AC is the big item for Secret. +5 for their team, -5 for the enemy. But more importantly, you look at the damage output of EG, it's almost all physical. This is a very big item to pick up. I expect somebody to get a Vlad sometime soon. You'll have a BKB finished on Zai in just a moment. Storm having his queued up as well. Those are the items that Secret can abuse to win this game because there'd be nothing stopping them from just all-inning for Arteezy, ensuring he goes down first. Vision will be just... that is what's important. You need Vision to win this game if you're EG. You need to either... It's tough. You can try and camp a high ground, but Secret, as you can see even with that last engagement, the moment they recognize EG's there is 5, and they don't have that optimal positioning to find a kill immediately, they're just getting out. Because they know they can't team fight into EG. They've got to be the ones initiating. Use that first mover advantage.
Man, that's a very high number. Arteezy going to use his clone just to battle up with Shrek. It's the defense of the tier 1 tower. Zai does not want to let this go. Do not lose this map control to an Arc Warden because he'll never give it back to you. There's your Vlad stun, but on the other side, so it's S4 who's now got Pipe as well as Vlad's. They're starting to stack up their auras. I'm liking also this itemization now from Sumail, like the ability to play around Team Secret, maybe even kind of reposition himself through that Hurricane Pipe.
It's really good against the Sven, specifically, because that's the name of the game. I was going to criticize EG, they did not have a Force Staff, but really, if you look at it, who can buy it except for Sumail as part of this Hurricane Pike? You need these teamfight items on S4. You've got a Greaves on crit after the HRD, and you want that BKB, so it's only the Rubik he has to worry about as an interrupt.
Yeah, he'll actually need like BKB and Lincoln Sphere eventually, and considering the pace of this game, we're going the distance. This is just game 1 of a best of 5, but it feels like this is going to be at least a 50 minutes before we'll have the exact result.
Exactly, and it's one of those things about itemization that is very team-based. It's not about what's best for you individually, but what does your team need? What can I provide? Because Arteezy, he's ensuring they have control. They want to be able to kill mid-1 and find pickoffs, especially just using the clone around the sides of the map. If there's a sleep setup, now just an Arteezy TP will find a kill because of that Hex purchase, which means he doesn't have the kiting potential of a Force. Someone's got to pick that up. You compensate for what your team needs.
Vision's coming down.
Yep.
There's a good defensive observer sentry already down from Evil Geniuses, so if Secret want to come closer, they'll have to get rid of that. There's one sentry left on Yapsor. They managed to get the initiation crit. He's underneath the tier 2 tower. They went down the side.
Really cool by mid when he found him with the vision of the remnant. Either that or crit just wandered up too far. Look how aggressive they're playing. They recognize the win condition here. They want to try and hit EG before they're ready.
Yep. That's the Tempest double in the front lines from Arteezy, just trying to get rid of the creep wave. As Gush on Nisha, and Arteezy's cloned it, is going to die. Sumail still trying to get rid of the creep wave, but yeah, that's a tier 3 tower, 28 minutes in. Mid 1. He wanted the information of the high ground. He got it, and they'll take the tier 3 back up to the shrine.
I love what Secret's doing here, and it's the style thing. Every single hero, so valuable. Their lowest net worth is still just 2k behind their enemy offlaner, and look at the itemization that's come out. You'll have a Crimson Guard on Puppey very quickly. That in synergy with the AC and the Sven Warcry.
Good traps. Slowing down Puppey, slowing down mid one. They don't have any detection, however, so Puppey protected by that Glimmer Cape. That's of YapzOr's. Keep in mind that he bought Glimmer Cape, Blink Dagger, and then is still going for the Aghanim Scepter because, hey, this is just YapzOr Dota.
It's crazy. You have 3 BKBs now on the side of Secret, plus all these tools to reduce physical damage taken. So you're going to have the ability to just dive on top of EG heroes, and there's no real way to disrupt them unless somehow Crit gets a miracle ult off. But that's YapzOr's job. He's ensuring he's going to be as far back as possible. Don't let Crit win the game for EG, who need to make something happen. In some way, they need a fight. They need to use these huge ults. Roshan spawning in 40 seconds.
TZ has finished the side divide, so at least they'll have this disable available. And of course, it is twice over when you can in the clone. But Team Secret, they're ready to fight as well. 4-man smoke up. They'll let Nisha show himself. And EG looking to do the same type of thing, wrapping around, and everyone's going to the opposite bounty runes. There will be a 2-2 trade-off, and nothing else really come from this, unless EG kind of feel like they could jump on top of the tier 1 tower, but fortification will make that a bit more problematic, not to mention Team Secret.
They're going to keep moving, though. Secret, they are the hunters. They want to ensure that they find, they're so prioritizing this deep vision, they want to play around it.
They got rid of that Observer Ward as well, that was giving EG that little comfort on the north side.
See the line drawn by Fly. He has another smoke active, 6 sentries. EG recognized Roche is up. They had a trap in the pit that saw it respawn before the sentry was placed. You cannot give that away to Secret. A Storm or a Sven with Aegis.
Mid one can start this. He just bolted up a regen rune. So if he's able to disengage in these fights, he can just trigger this and go straight back in, but
Secret know this is coming, Toby.
Yeah, they've already moved around for it. Puppey is on the southern side, so even if EG come up, he'll still be guaranteed a high ground tombstone.
It's like they're playing with map packs on. They just read EG's movement, who are forced into this position. They have to use their big spells. Secret have the ability to pick them off so much easier. There's no real catch on the side of EG other than some hero hiding in the trees.
But I like this from EG. Like, if Team Secret's on your side of the map, you can push the tier 2 tower. They use the Tempest double to do it, so EG, they at least get to hold down the high ground position. Use the Secret, there's your jump forward. And do they get this kill? Where's the support? Chris moving forward, they're taking so damn on to get her the double star! Just in the back line, flying Chris beyond the disaster! They're gonna get 3 heroes down from EG, moving into S4, no point for the Ravage, because this fight is over. In fact, it's gonna be an entire team wipe. Samelka BKB looking for revenge on his life with the Glimmer Cape of YapzOr. It just cancels everything. EG have nothing. Mid-one has an ultra kill. And they'll claim Roshan or they'll claim Rax. In fact, they're claiming Rax. Zai's already there.
What a play from Secret. I don't know how they managed to do this, but the entire game, they've just been running circles around EG. We haven't had a real team fight other than that one in the mid lane that was a trade. Since then, it's just been all Secret. Consistently out-moving EG around the map, abusing this wrong reach. Artur caught in the mid lane. All you have to do is be isolated for those 2-3 seconds. And it's simple, it's child's play. Mid one, you get the initiation, pops BKB. There's nothing you can do to save him as EG. You're distracted now, and boom, there's Nisha, double stun, BKB pop. 2 racks all of a sudden for Team Secret.
Man, they just had no way to close the distance. Evil Geniuses and Team Secret. They've claimed 2 lanes and looking for a third. Smoke's gonna instantly break. S4 can't get close enough for it. Remember, Arc 1's only just spawning up now. They want to get some kind of exit kills onto Team Secret. Nisha will blink away, and they're waiting. They want to fight. The turnaround. RTZ, you can be there. Remember, it's just the clone trying to get as much information and damage as possible, but Secret, they know how to win this. All they need to do is fall back, reset, and push bottom.
That was a 6 steal, though, from the Rubik there. Magnetic Field picked up against 2 ranged, high DPS heroes. That could be game-breaking.
And keep in mind, too, that's at the cooldown time. Now it's 2 seconds. Yep. He's able to steal all of these big abilities, one after the other. It's no longer a hard choice for YapzOr. It's every choice.
Dude, and that's level 25 on Sven. My God.
Yeah.
What talent's he gonna go for? I assume the God Strength, but he could get the stun duration just for fun.
Look at this from EG. This feels like the last roll of the dice. They need to get in here. They do have double ultimates available. They're putting down the spirits already. If you want to walk through Team Secret, they will reveal. They're close. Roshan down to 3k. I'm watching that position of Storm Spirit, who's actually nowhere near it. He's down on bottom lanes. They've already taken Roshan, Aegis, and Cheese into the hands of Samael. So this is a small mercy for Evil Jesus to claim this.
It feels like the one thing that they're missing here, when we saw Secret pick up Enigma Tide first 2 the other day, they last picked these cores that cover the big weakness with the heroes, which is a lack of reach and easy, cheap, low cooldown disable. They have Ember and Spectre. E.g., they complement Massive Teamfight with TA and Arc Warden, who theoretically could in some ways get things started, but not with this Dragonlance Deso build on Sumail, nor the Midas Maelstrom of Artor. Like, they don't actually have that catch potential.
Alright, can they kill off the Absol? This will be nice.
As I say,
Extra invisibility, that's really good money for Samael, almost 700 for it, and this is all going into his Bloodthorn. He's looking for that disable he can possibly get if the Storm Spirit doesn't have BKB up. Also, I like the itemization from Crit. He's moved off the BKB, he's gone for the Blink Dagger. He knows he needs the biggest hole. At the same time, Zai knows how he can kill him. Run forward, get the initial stun. But now Arteezy will arrive as well. Crit blinks forward. He needs to get the fast hole, but Zai moves so quickly. And Team Secret, you're right, they're coming for the tier 3. It's got 27 HP. That won't survive.
They're gonna force EG back immediately. Flash keeping in that. Yeah, as you said, already Megas are a threat. They know that the glyph is active. And I love the item from Nisha. He's just going full hunt mode. He's got Silver Edge available. Now if Tidehunter, if S4 waddles up to a lane and gets hit just once, like, he's dead. And there's nothing you can even do about it as his teammates.
There's at least a lot of pressure being applied from Arteezy. He took the tier 2 tower in middle lane, keeping the pressure out off bottom. Crit's keeping the conversions, doing its work up on top, all over the map. EG, like they feel like they're drowning, but their head's above water.
Sure. The net worth is close, but a lot of that gold is on Arteezy, and he needs the item. The gold, it's similar to an alchemist, where the gold is deceptive. You'd rather have a storm that's still 4 or 5k net worth behind at this phase of the game.
Here's Team Secret. Samael, mid one? Okay, never mind. Both are gonna jump. Dire Observer was there, so they have confidence of vision, but they won't go further. And Secret is trying to wait out this Aegis the Immortal, and EG do not want to accept that same kind of condition.
They've got to make some moves here. It's
Yep.
Same story. EG want a clean fight.
I'll see
Secret
Yapsor
want nothing
again.
of it.
You know, maybe you just take Yapsor time and time again, why not?
They know that something's fishy. They want to find the skirmish. They need initiation. EG, they're not too far behind, but they need a fight. They need a fight on their terms. And Secret have not been willing to give it to them all game. Octarine now finished on Zai.
Bloodthorn as well over on Samael. EG smoke maneuver allowed them to plant a deep observer ward, but Team Secret, again, this creep wave's coming in through bottom. If it gets 2 hits on the tower, the tower will go down. So Arteezy will deny the tier 3 tower. That's last remaining tier 3 tower for them. While the catch out, it's going to be Crit. Picked up, thrown back down again. He's got Greaves to buy a little bit of time, saving the stick charge, but here comes mid one. Flying from all the way down south to ensure he can take the kill. Pressure is coming in through the top lane. Now Arteezy's relieving it on bottom, but Team Secret, they're feeling good. Enigma is down for the moment.
And EG, they're still top, but they only have 1 Rax remaining. You guys have to get back to base stat. You can't afford to try and trade here.
Yep, TPs have been happening. Well, Bloodthorn going to work over and Undying. Stormbolt will keep Samael stunned up for the moment, so Puppy can retreat. But there's no pop.
Just consistent. We've seen Secret do this all tournament long. Somehow they manage to find it advantage everywhere. I don't know how. They find kills and pickoffs when they can't fight. When they're trying to force fights, they find them. And in scenarios like this, they just get everything they possibly can out of the map. The pickoff and the buyback.
It's happening again. Look towards top lane. TP comes in from Zai. He's forced to retreat and continue just to chain these BTs and TP scrolls to allow him to get the defense up.
Meanwhile, Secret, they can keep hunting around the map.
They can wrap around.
They have vision up on both high grounds.
Yep, and a Silver Edge. The timing of it's going to wear off. Sven needs to blink forward. Able to find the stuff. Where's the black hole? Where's the follow-up? Blind already dead. Everyone's got nothing really to give He wants to stun Ninja, but needs to wait as long as he possibly can. The E-Blade from Arteezy allowing him that time. Maybe they can wait at the BKBs. It's Samel being pulled back in by the Vortex. With the BKBs wearing off, Team Secret, they're already moving back. They want to disengage, but how does EG move forward? Where do they find their target? It's going to be the Rubik. It's going to be Nisha. Rabbit will start him up. Now we'll see how well Team Secret can fight without these BKBs. Arteezy, the damage output is finally here. 100 seconds, Sven is dead. Puppy already bought back to be part of this fight. The mid one has to get the hell out. Crit's looking to chase him. He's inside the roach pit. A blind black hole would have done it, and Crit doesn't know, so we can't.
This game is not over. You can see EG, their damage output is insane. They just haven't been able to get on top.
Go for more. He's behind the trees. He's behind the trees. Arteezy, he'll get the hex off. Zai's gonna get caught. Crit, he won't have to commit anything more. Arteezy, they'll send him up in towards the air. It's just these double E-blades, making it difficult for Secret to hit into anybody and give them that pop damage to move from one target to the next.
That is a big miscue from Secret. They cannot afford to let EG stay in this game for much longer, because at a certain point, the team fight edge will become mega relevant. You can see Nisha, he popped his ult, got that initial kill on the Bane, but backed off. Even though his BKB was still ticking, they don't want to engage, and he doesn't feel like he can because of that crit enigma.
We go again. BKB up for mid one. Wants this kill, he's gonna claim it as well. Oh, should he? Yeah, he will. Mid one can't arrive in time. Crit and their support can't arrive in time. It's Samel. He'll be here. The Orchid with the blink away. Yamso will get some distance. Puppy won't be so lucky. Remember, this will be a dieback from him. Already down. 95 seconds on the sideline. And Yamso, he's being chased down. S4's nearby. They'll have the guts, they'll have everything to slow down this Rubik. Even with the bash, they find the kill. Buyback available for Sven as well as Rubik, but now up to EG. How much damage can they do in this time frame? They don't have a creep wave. They can't push into the base.
They're okay with that so far, Toby.
Yeah, they're swinging the graphs. That's what they're doing. They're swinging the graphs back up. We're about 15,000 in the gold. It was almost 25,000 in the experience. It's gone the other way.
So it's the same story. Well, hang on, bottom. Hit one.
Hex out. Arteezy even creates secondary hex by creating another one. And he just keeps it perfectly controlled. Mid one. He's down as well. Samel was ready in case there was a ball lightning away.
And you can see suddenly EG, they've got the tools to find pickoffs around the map as well. The Orchid, now a Nullifier soon to be complete on Samel, along with the melt hit bash. That's a 25 talent, 1.5 seconds every melt hit. And Arteezy with the double hex and all this damage output, the 350 spark rate damage, anybody that he can find solo will go down. And they have that massive team fight to lean on. They've equalized the game, but not the Rax advantage. They need to keep playing collected. But at this point, if they can keep pressuring Secret, they've been forced onto their own side of the map all game. Secret's been dictating the tempo. If EG can look to do that themselves, they'll suddenly be able to find that fight they've been waiting for, now at an even keel.
EG, up they come. Who's there to defend? Mid one has buyback available. Puppy will be up in 5. Yapsaw able to steal the spark race. So a little bit of defense for him, but not really what he's hoping for. He needs the big abilities. The tier 3 tower is gone. They're accepting the lane of Rax. Puppy moving forward, maybe a little bit too far. E-Blade pop once again. Keeping Rubik out of the play. They're going to just take this melee Rax and get back Evil Genius's Storm. 30 seconds away. They don't get the buyback, but they take the lane of Rax on the lane, which they still have the power in.
Yeah. It's big. Crit was farming. He's closing in on his BKB. The name of this game is going to be who reaches the right targets. If you're EG, you want to find Yapster's Rubik.
My God, Scotty now. Oh, teasy, he's so big. The target's found. Nisha caught out. Crit can't go invis. Sentry ward was planted down very quickly.
He has no buyback, and Secret know this. Secret knows he has no buyback for 70 seconds.
Roshan's a long spawn timer though. He's over 2 minutes on the spawn time. So while Team Secret would love to grab Roshan and just go,
no, they don't need to do that, Toby. They can just go straight for that mega creep.
Especially when Nietzsche finds another target. Not both the big AoEs. He's got both up available Thailander. Needs to get back closer towards the base. Is there support? Is there team fight? Zai, on the dodge, it won't be there. A pick up and a pull back. Buyback available from the Thailander. The main up in the air. He'll go down. The E-Blade can't save him. The lightning damage has fallen straight after. So much Pierce. Puppy, he's empty. One tombstone already down. Hey, let's kill Puppy and get a secondary tombstone. Now to clean up the mess, but S4 doesn't want the mess. He wants the kills instead. Chasing up after Zai, a TA trap will slow him down. Yule Scepter is available. S4, what have you got? A quick watch the back, Nisha. He'll get the double stun. Hit through the rear. Yapsel's there as well. Samel's gonna go down. Team Secret. Huge fight, huge openings, and now it's Arteezy on the front line. How much damage has he got? He is the big beast. And he's doing the work already. Mid one will fall. Remember, he's not even the real Arteezy. He's only the second imitation Arteezy of the clone.
Oh man, EG. After pulling
pulling it
themselves back into the game, Secret finds so many kills. Nisha, perfect positioning, just consistently finding the pickoffs, then like just hiding, coming back in, because that's how Secret wins fights. You can't just engage. You need to poke and prod, find someone alone, immediately kill them. They have the reach edge, and especially if you can kill Crit's Enigma, there's literally zero threat any longer on these Secret BKB pops. And you can even see, like, they're so confident to keep pursuing. Zai just baiting here. Watch Nisha just coming in from the side, has the silver edge, bam. Even gets the double stun to make it easy.
Wasn't even intentional. Samel walking up under his own invis just gets totally nailed.
And we're back in the game.
Yeah, we can come back live. Black Hole, but then Black Hole stolen by Rubik, ready to fight, but being stunned by the Malphus means he can't get closer. And Crick, what do you want to do? Finds the kill. Nisha's already down. Mid one's fighting the back line. After flying, he's protected by the bubble, but now Fly will go down as well for the bigger one. It's RTZ, and this time it's the real RTZ. It's the real deal. He'll make a copy which one's real. They think it's the one over on the right. And well, it doesn't matter. They end up killing both. Maybe they lose Zai. No, they don't. They lose nothing. Team Secret, 4 heroes up. They can go for Roshan if they want to. This has the refresher shot inside of it, and they'll do exactly that.
They know there's buyback up on every EG hero with the exception of Crit, but it's just tough. There's so much threat on EG if you're going into them. Every time Secrets, the one time they took Rax, really, they had a huge advantage. You can't go up, even in a 4-on-5, just walk at these EG heroes. They've got too much. Hey, we just
what is this wonder? S4 with his swagger. He goes past the creep wave. They know he's coming. They know he's got his ultimate. The courier is barely able to survive. It was looking and giving the information to Evil Genius. They cannot allow this third Roshan to go to Team Secret.
This is a Black Hole edge for Secret.
Oh boy, it's with the big ulti upgrade as well. He can be protected by the Lotus Orb, so they can't even attack him. TC just keeping the creep wave at bay. The bottom lane still pushing in. TA traps are giving the information for Evil Geniuses, and so is the RTZ clone. It'll come in. Nisha, unfortunately for himself, being stunned up, and now Zai, a lot of damage. The Evil is falling to Hex. Nisha inside the pit. He's so low on life. Still is his BKB available to pick up. Forced up, allowing to get him away. That actually comes from Samel's Hurricane Pike. Team Secret want to reset, but someone has to go to the bottom lane. The creep wave is still pushing in.
If Zai will do it, he has those bots available. Enough gold for Lincolns, but wants to save buyback, which is very important status in this game.
Has some confidence. You don't know where the sentry wards are. They're back behind the pit to the west.
The Lesh and the Rubik on Secret have buyback, only the TA for EG. Very dicey. Whoever wins this next fight will most likely take the game because both sides threaten base so heavily. The Roche really more of a distraction than anything else. You don't want to give it up for free, but it's the fight that counts.
Samel starting this. He's already going into Roshan. He blinked in. Pumpy wants to have a quick little peek. He hasn't gone inside the pit yet. Take out the trap. Now to Spark Wraith, and here goes Samel. Back out once more.
So tense.
So many huge abilities on EG as well. That's why this refresher shot is so important. Even for Yapsaw, he'll get double Black Hole if he wants to at this rate. And this has still got a long duration time on it. Watching mid one, looking to jump through the back lines. RTZ keeping the mid lane intact. It's just Undying, scouting for positioning more than anything else. The Hex is going to be reflected. Remember, it's just a Tempest clone.
I love this pickup.
Oh, they know he's in the trees. Nisha already dropping the Tombstone. They do have the Orchid Silence, so Puppy's going to go down, but they got double Tombstone. Flow and background. The buyback comes in from Puppy, but where's full of damage? It's on the Samael. They're right on top of it. Buyback's there, and yeah, with the Black Hole, killing up the Titan. Now he's already there. He's telling Nisha. Great can't do anything. He'll go down as well. The buyback's coming thick and fast. Midwell wants to keep the pressure on. RTZ's already retreating back out once more. And Team Secret, the BKBs are down. EG, no, this is the time to fight. This is the time to be involved. They're killing Puppy. This will be a huge kill for them. Yapsor, what can you do to help out your core? You can give him at least a little bit extra help, but now Yapsor's in a little bit of trouble. Hit by the TA trap. They won't bounce over for it. EG still want Roshan. And now it looks like they can claim it. Unless Secret's got something up their sleeve.
They might, Toby, but it's a 4-on-4.
It's risky.
You're still playing against the Black Hole.
Mid one's got BKB in 2 seconds, 1 second, but Roshan's dead before that time. Refresher shard is down. It's Enigma with the double Black Hole. Cheese into Arc Warden, and it's going to be Samael with the secondary life and the double damage. But there's trouble at home. They have to come back.
Secret are winning these fights, but it's because EG are unable to get those huge spell-offs. Another engagement without the Ravage, without Black Hole. And in fact, the Bane Grip lasted longer from Yapsor than Flies did. You're not going to win fights as EG if you get picked apart.
How much do they hate These clones.
You know, they got the refresher shard because of that buyback advantage. You can see Secret, even though they find the kills, they're so scared because they run out of they can't fight any longer. When the BKBs disappear, when mid one's out of mana, they have to run. And you can see that the moment these buybacks come out, they're gone. Because if they stick around for just that 2 or 3 seconds too long, EG's cores will rip them apart. They've got so much lockdown and disable. Nullifier could be complete very soon on Sumail. No buyback, so he'll look to finish that up ASAP. And Nisha, he sold Echo Saber before that fight for the Satanic. Love that decision, not just for the lifesteal save, but 30% status resist.
That's if he can actually get it off. Nullifier for Sumail. So if he's able just to lock down these heroes, I'm still actually wondering if it's worthwhile putting the refresher shot on S4 so we just get that Blink Ravage to begin the fight and then get the follow-up. But it's still in the hands of Crit. He has a double BKB in this case.
Checking out the levels. Yapsor's almost level 25. It's gonna give him the spell amp talent, I would imagine.
Man, yeah, you know Fly is a sacrificial one, but 15, like he's level 15 to everybody else. 49 minutes into a game, that's rough.
That's life.
That's Fly.
The difference in the support duos. Puppy more of a 4.5, Fly more of a 6.
RTZ taking the tier 3 tower on. Hang on, they're on the move. Oh, there's your big jump. They're looking for the follow-up. Tidehunter is there. The Agassi model on Sumail already being broken. They're waiting for the time. You have the one moment. Yeah, so black hole. They'll turn around in a second for the black hole duration. Goes for so long. Secondary time around. The Ravage together. Where's your response? You're dead on some. You actually are a bit more back. He's in for a full 2 minutes. Then looking to push forward. Now doing the stun. Fly up way too far. He can die short. They look for the bigger target. Sumail further down. And now maybe the damage onto Enigma. Chris can look more like a battle. Landing the stun. They need to find the space. Sumail can't die out easy. Giving him the E-blade. Buying some time as Sumail. He's just being burned down by Zai. The pulse never does the work. Chris in the middle, but they don't want him either. They want the real RTZ. Chris CP out one. Yeah, so solid black hole. Finally kicks in. 4 heroes down from EG. None of them with buyback, but they're still up against the Arc Warden. RTZ can still keep the split push going. They have to watch behind themselves.
Now, S4, he has buyback now, does not want to use it. Oh my goodness, the refresher shard used from EG. So close, that was so close to Yapsor getting a huge initiation off. That last tick, like the little bit of the spine caught him.
The Ravage just did connect.
And the key there was just the buyback on Zai. He goes down along with the Storm, but they didn't get Nisha, who provides so much damage. And Zai's the true DPSer at this point, especially with that Edict talent, level 25. Now with an Arcane Rune.
He's coming to end it. He is coming to end it. He knows the buybacks are on cooldown. Sven's got God Strength in 5 seconds time. RTZ already burning the BKB coming to the front line. He knows how hard this defense is going to be. The side lane can push in all you want, but if you take tier 4s, you take 8, you win the game. It is pure objective-based gaming. Maybe Team Secret can just take this here, right now. S4, Anchor Smash will reduce the damage. Ravage will connect. 2 down. S4 able to dodge it. They're right on top of it, but RTZ, the defense is there, but the damage in the engine is too much. Secret will finally push through and take game 1 of this grand final. And you bet your Nelly, we're gonna have a full 5 if Donald like this continues.
What a way to start it off, Toby. A flip-flop back and forth. A couple mistakes from both sides, but really just capitalization on their opponent's errors. That was the story of this game. Both teams trying to push the envelope, understanding what they have to try to do to win fights. And it just feels like the team that has the easiest